Unified Europe. Why does it matter? This documentary, entitled Unified Europe, Why Does It Matter?, presents the main findings of the report on the state of Euroscepticism, which is based on the survey conducted in each of the project countries to explore the level of Euroscepticism and its causes. A total of 204 people participated in the study, of whom 121 were women, 82 were men, and 1 was a non-binary person. The vast majority of the participants are people between 30 and 65 years old. According to the study, despite the complex global and European circumstances of recent years, Euroscepticism does not seem to be a widespread problem in the project countries. Participants value EU membership very positively and see a stronger and more united Europe in the future. However, EU countries will have to develop strategies to address the causes of Euroscepticism in order to combat it and to integrate Eurosceptics into the European project. Euroscepticism. Why is it a relevant issue? What are the main causes?
I understand that today, nowadays, a lot of people could think that it's safer to stay at home, and so Euroscepticism is so widespread. But I think that we have to remember that to be part of Europe is very important. I think that for many people it's difficult to really understand what is Europe in terms of positive aspects.
It's a very important issue for the European Union and the integration of the European Union. We can see it as the reaction to the action of all the EU member states to include to their national level the basic European principles. Is the Euroscepticism a danger for the European Union integration? I think, in my opinion, yes. But if we have a very consolidated national system and a very consolidated society, there is no problem to fear anything.
The problem appears when people don't know how other people live, and with some kind of problem of communication for Euroscepticism, because part of young people are traveling, but my generation or older, they living in Panevėžys because in my town, and they move inside Lithuania, inside country, and they have their own views, old views, and they are afraid from new waves, and they think, of course, they see that life is better, but they have their own old traditions, and new traditions are coming to our country, and those traditions are strange maybe for older generation people, and they have maybe such view of skepticism to Europe Union. But young people and mostly, as we made the research, 78% like to be in Europe Union and sees profit of being in Europe Union, and no one was when we made the research, only no one people don't wish to be in Europe Union.
It's a problem that you need to combat, because it's harming our freedom, our liberty, our values, rights. So it's preoccupant that in the last decades it's increased Euroscepticism.
En los tiempos en los que estamos hay un tema preocupante al conjunto de la Unión Europea y es el hasta ahora creciente euroescepticismo. El euroescepticismo que impide que la Europa de las oportunidades, desde el punto de vista social, económico, pues crezca.
How to prevent countries from becoming Eurosceptic?
Yo creo que ha habido ejemplos de la falta de unidad por parte de los Estados miembros que han favorecido el creciente euroescepticismo que había en la ciudadanía. Hay razones también para pensar que el origen también de parte de esa situación viene dada también por una falta de estrategia entre las instituciones europeas y la ciudadanía de los distintos países, regiones y municipios.
Also to have in our mind how will be the future of our member states, of our countries, if the European Union does not exist. Just consider previous generations afraid to go from one member state to another because of the restrictions to free movement. Nowadays, the young generations took all the beneficiaries of the free movement. They can go from one school in Greece to study in a university in Spain or to go for an Erasmus project somewhere in the north, for example, in Denmark or in Finland or Sweden.
Our survey has showed that only 13% think that Euroscepticism in Lithuania is very high, and about 30% think that, well, it is rather low or really low. But what was interesting for us to discover is that more than 50% of the people said that they do not have opinion, they don't know, and there were more questions to which people gave responses that I don't know or I'm neutral, and it shows us, and we made a conclusion that in fact we need very much to communicate information about European Union, about advantages of being member of European Union, and so that people should really see the positive sides. Maybe they are so much used in positive changes that they don't notice every day that, well, this is thanks to our membership. And also we think that national and local governments can be more active in spreading the good news, the good information about EU membership, and for that we as local government we can reach our community of our city through non-governmental organizations, through volunteers, and also through young people.
Young people with sensibilizations, with programs in the schools, more information that could have informed decision about the future, because the young people are our future in the country and in EU. So it's very important work with him about this issue.
I think that this project was very useful. Why? Because we know these three words: skepticism, and also Tim described in this project. But this team was Temar, ne? Sim was described very deeply. And I understood how this problem has very more edges, and it was good experience for me to see how people deeply analyze this problem.
Yo creo que hay una clave que debería de haberse puesto hace mucho tiempo en marcha por parte de las instituciones europeas y es la participación de la ciudadanía en los distintos procesos de toma de decisiones de cada una de las que se llevan a cabo en las distintas instituciones europeas. Hay que crear estructuras donde la ciudadanía esté representada y por tanto eso tiene que trabajarse. Yo creo que hay que, en definitiva, propiciar que la ciudadanía tenga protagonismo en la toma de decisiones, tenga protagonismo en la definición de los objetivos y tenga protagonismo en la aplicación de las políticas europeas. Si hay distancia, el euroescepticismo será creciente.
The future of Europe.
In the survey we have made within the framework of Include EU project, we have seen really that Lithuanians have a very big support for European Union and that they are also optimistic about it, and we make that conclusion from the fact that 81% of the people think that Lithuania is not going to leave European Union within the coming 10 years, and this really shows optimism. And what concerns being positive about Lithuania's membership in EU, one of the reasons we could read in some comments that people have made that it is connected to the past of Lithuania and Lithuanians' history, meaning that Lithuania has been part of the Soviet Union, and people were happy that Lithuania became a free country, got independent, and they see very big changes and very big differences, how much Lithuania has achieved and how many things Lithuania can enjoy being as a country of member of European Union.
We have a very consolidated national system and a very consolidated society. There is no problem to fear anything. Of course, Eurosceptics guys that always try to find several problems, arise several issues regarding the dangers and all the difficulties that we confronted right now as a European Union, but we don't have to fear anything in the future. Another important issue is that we have to also to have in our mind how will be the future of our member states, of our countries, if the European Union does not exist.
Hungarian people appreciate to be member of the Union. We don't think that we would leave any time the EU. But of course we see the problems in general and also in relation of the country and EU leadership.
In my country, the people see the EU like very positive, with politics very positive to us. So the rate of Euroscepticism in Portugal, in Amarante specifically, it's moderate, low, but they agree that the Euroscepticism could be a risk. Without EU, we have less better life, less freedom, less common policies about security, economic, and is not good, less culture, less development. So EU is positive and not negative, and it's that we need to transmit for our young people.
Los últimos cambios que se están produciendo, que también son como consecuencia de desgracias como es la guerra o la pandemia, y el que se ha puesto de manifiesto la toma de decisiones conjunta favorece la mejora de la opinión de la ciudadanía con respecto a la Unión Europea y la importancia que tiene el que la Unión Europea precisamente exista.